to a Wednesday night session. I am so glad to be here. I do greatly apologize for the fact that I haven't been streaming for a hot minute. Last week there was last Wednesday, or was it the Wednesday before?
I think the one before I left.
There has been a lot going on. There was no stream this Saturday, to which this past Saturday, to which I do apologize. We had one of my players have to dip out. We have another player who unfortunately had some very personal stuff come up, so unfortunately we were unable to stream. However, we are streaming tonight, and we will be in a fun St. Patty's Day stream. But other than that, we will be able to get back to streaming this Saturday for those of you who missed the Game of Thrones and really, really wanted it. And we are on episode, I believe it's 26 of Tyranny of Dragons today. It is. We are halfway to 50, guys.
Yeah, we have quite a few.
Yeah.
We're under quarter 12.
Yeah, we are chugging along, and I love it. But anyway, guys, I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what the hell you're looking at. Well, this is Tri-Peak Goods. This is a small Etsy shop run by a very famous TikToker and one of my personal favorites. He is known as the Bearded Bard. He is also responsible for the Grothnar Barbarian series on YouTube and especially on TikTok. He is phenomenal. He is a great guy, a great person, and he makes a lot of Etsy stuff. He and his wife. He wants to stop working for other people and start doing this kind of stuff full time. So in order to do that, he has to unfortunately sell more stuff, and he's just not there yet. So as a favor to him, I would like to advertise his shop, the Tri-Peak Goods. They make lots of fun wooden furniture and signage that you can use around the house. Their stackable egg crates are actually really cool looking and make the eggs look really good. He makes custom-made wooden beard combs. There is also some beard care products for those of you like me and Matt who have...
Oh, I'm getting one of those.
What?
Oh, the beard.
Oh.
Of course.
Okay.
Excellent.
Gotta comb out my smooth face.
Yeah. He also makes custom leather wallets, both long and traditional, as well as some kids' puzzles in dinosaur shapes. All in all, he makes some fantastic quality products. He does them all by hand, and it's really a cause that I believe that everyone should support, because everyone knows the pain of working at a shitty job that you don't like while you're waiting for your business to take off. For those of you who play D&D, though, he also has games where he DMs or runs for other people. You can check him out on TikTok at The Bearded Bard. He also makes customizable dice trays, and he does custom DM screens for commission. He is a little backlogged in commissions right now due to just recently recovering from a surgery, but he is still chugging away at those. I know I plan to have him make one for me when I have a little bit more money. But honestly, guys, he's a great guy, real cool, and I want to help bring some support to a local business, and have him be able to stay at home with his kids and raise them full time at home because he can work at home. I think that's a goal. Yep. I think that's a goal worth advertising for. Anyway, the Bearded Bard, if you are watching this, thank you so much for all the amazing content that you've done. Your TikToks are fantastic. I love your Grothnar series really just a whole lot. And it's I'm excited.
Wait, not to interrupt.
Mm-hmm.
He's based out of Lewiston?
Mm-hmm.
I literally grew up 30 minutes away from there.
Yep.
Lewiston, Idaho.
Awesome.
Yeah, no. Just throwing that out there. Support my my little, hometown guy, even though he's the town over. Oh, sweet. That's pretty neat.
Small world.
Yeah,
It
small world.
really is. And
Oh, Lewiston, Montana. Never mind.
I was
I
gonna
didn't
say,
know that there was a Lewiston, Montana. I thought there was only a Lewiston, Washington, because
in all fairness, there are lots of doubles apparently in the world. There is not just a Carson City, Nevada. There's another Carson City somewhere in the world.
that was pure stupidity of me. I
That's fine.
apologize. But Montana is my neighbor still,
That is
so it
true.
kind of works.
Idaho and Montana are like next door to each other, if I remember.
Oh God, we're practically inbred.
But anyway, he has some amazing products, guys. I highly recommend you go check it out. I am showing you his Etsy page, and it is, again, Tri-Peak Goods on Etsy. I wish him all the best, and I wish the best of luck to all of you guys who find your amazing thing. Because I have been scrolling through, so if you see something you like, definitely go get it. But anyway, guys and gals, one other announcement I'd like to get to is that the Grim Hollow campaign setting is in my possession, and I am starting to read through that. Once the player's handbook for that becomes available, me and my crew will start to weave a story and see what we're going to do for you guys. And that is a campaign setting we will be playing.
Ooh, I get to play a religious nut job. I'm so happy. Oh my God, I want to play a zealot in Grim Hollow so much.
I will be
In Sigma's name.
I will be streaming that Sunday mornings. It's likely going to be an 8:30 to 11 a.m. time slot. Hopefully everyone can make that work because I'd like to have more than just 2 hours for gaming. For
on Sunday?
Yep, on a Sunday.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. But ultimately speaking, I can't wait to share it with you guys. Also, don't forget the Seas of Under the Seas of Odari Kickstarter has ended. If you want to go in and now that your Stimmy checks have dropped, you can go and go to Kickstarter.com, find it, and pre-order the stuff. You could also do that for the Twisted Taverns, which is another fun Kickstarter that I supported because God knows you need amazing campaign building taverns. Because, I mean, really, you could build a whole campaign around just visiting the Twisted Taverns from everything that they've put in there. It's actually kind of a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what's all in there because I know I've made some fun places in my home campaign in Aria, but I can't wait to see what kind of other fun places are in there.
I'm excited for Grim Hollow.
I am too, honestly, because it's already. I've been looking through the campaign setting, and it is definitely an intense campaign.
Yeah, that's what I like about it. A lot more edge.
Yep. Because Callie is a secret edgelord.
I
Yeah, she
really
slapped
am,
her way
though,
up
as you
eventually.
guys
It's a
know from my
secret.
Call of Cthulhu stuff.
Yeah. Secret edgelord.
Secret.
I just realized that not a lot of you have dark vision.
No. Who needs dark vision when you have light, dancing light?
Poor chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
A familiar to carry my lantern around. I mean, come on.
No, I've literally been going through to create a kind of a DM cheat sheet with all your, your AC, your HP, and all that kind of stuff, your spell saves, etc. And yeah, a lot of you have dark vision for whatever reason. And,
Well, because human is OP.
Yeah, okay. The warlock who could take the magical, dark vision didn't take it. In fact, I think Rattlegast and Serial are the only two to have dark vision.
Oh, I do.
You're an orc. You have dark vision.
Yeah, those are the only two characters with dark vision in our party.
You still have dark vision. But yeah, no. So, yeah, Serial and Rattlegast, the only two with dark vision. That's kind of amusing to me. Why? But it is. Because people forget that dark vision is, while it is enjoyed by many races, it is not enjoyed by all. I will also say this, that for those of you who have not played Rime of the Frost Maiden, you definitely should go out and play that. Because that is frickin' phenomenal. And I've been playing it on the side because I do like to be a player. I haven't gotten permission to upload the recordings to Twitch or YouTube, so unfortunately I can't share it with you. But if I ever get the permission, then I will definitely make sure to do that. Anyway, guys, so without further ado, let's do a quick recap and a quick introduction. So, with me today are my fantastic cast of characters, and I will introduce them in the way that they appear on my screen. So, to my immediate left is my brother David, playing Mr. Rattlegast, our crew's half-orc, older gentleman of distinguish.
Hello, yes, welcome.
A very distinguished gentleman indeed. Then to my bottom left, we have Mr. Eric playing Jay, I believe, who is a human monk?
Yeah.
Yep. A human Way of Mercy monk.
You should always listen to your doctor.
Aw. You loving the Plague Doctor version of it, though. That's a good choice.
It's a great choice.
It's a good reskinning.
Then to my bottom right, we have the ever lovely Callie Cat playing Miss Celine the Stargazer, who is our warlock cleric hybrid.
I was here last time, but I don't remember what happened. I'm pretty sure we won the day.
Well, you're not entirely wrong. And then immediately to my right is Mr. Matt playing Wolfenite, our Earth Genasi Wildfire Druid. Why Earth Genasi? Because fuck you and your preconceived notions. That's why.
Apparently, I have suffered some sort of amnesia when I was out. Why am I in these flowers? Why is the village on fire?
Well, there's a lot of reasons for that. But
it wasn't me, was it? I mean, I don't mind if it was me.
I'd just like
to know. As long as no one died.
Well,
I mean, you know. No.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Was Daggerford on fire?
No, I don't know. Remember, I really don't remember anything from the last session. I am an amnesiac.
Yeah. No.
Join the club.
Oh, that's so dark.
She sold her memories to become a warlock.
Oh, no, not sold. Selling.
Yeah.
It's still going on. And I don't remember anything about you.
Plus proficiency.
Luckily, my last few rolls have only been a little dark, so...
Oh.
That's not comforting in any way.
I mean, you know. I have a mysterious note for you guys. What is this mysterious note I have for you? Oh, never mind. It's an apology.
Probably just one prepared. Because anytime you make an add-on, it's a mysterious note. I have learned things as a DM.
Yes. You are now taking your crack at the DM seat and discovering it's not always easy.
No. The one problem I had, the Jillian character sheets.
Yep.
That was the one time I was like, okay, this sucks.
Yeah, that is why I am rocking 3 monitors, of 2 of which are, unfortunately, always in use.
I've got a better way of doing it, though, now. I figured out some tricks.
Cool.
Why I didn't just have one bandit with 3 different weapon skills, I don't know.
But anyway, guys and gals, without further ado, you guys have all made it to the village, or rather the small city, which it is. It's definitely one of the larger settlements you've come across. But you have made it to Daggerford on your adventure to Waterdeep. You have made it to Daggerford, and you watched as a very red man apparently discussed something and traded some kind of coin with the cult of dragons. I think there's a handout for him. Yes, there is. I sent one. Aha! I'll show him again to you, just for those of you who weren't here or just are forgetting. You saw this man talk to the head of the cultists' caravan wagons and seem to exchange some money with him. You have only just arrived in Daggerford. And so it is a hustling and bustling place. The weather's fairly nice, all things considered. No rain, no snow, no none of that nastiness. But you guys are here for about 2 days. You'll be staying, and you are only about 120 miles south of Waterdeep. So you are nearing the end of your long adventure. But you have reached the end of another 10-day. And so you are given your, let me make sure I have the accurate numbers here. Uh-oh. Where's that sheet? See, you are all given 10 gold.
Go ahead and add it now.
Yep, go ahead and add it now because you have that.
Sweet.
Because you have reached the end of another 10-day. And Acrony did say that he would pay you whenever you guys arrived in the settlement. However, your rooms are paid for by him. Your food at those inns are paid for by him, as that was part of your contract. With the understanding that you're free to do whatever it is you'd like with the rest of your time, so long as you're not, so long as somebody is guarding him and, keeping him safe. Which Von Ram, your dwarf paladin, there he is, for those of you watching the stream, your Oath of Thunder paladin specifically. But Von Ram is definitely willing to do.
I mean, I figure they're both sitting around and drinking and eating, so Von Ram's just on board.
Yep. But as you guys have arrived in Daggerford and you've disembarked and you guys are, kind of getting into the relaxing, what would you like to do?
So, because we're in a city, if I could, first off, our meals are paid for?
Yes, so long as you eat at the tavern or the inn where you are staying.
So unlimited pancakes, that's what I'm hearing.
I don't know about unlimited, but certainly
well, it
pancakes.
is paid for, right?
Yeah, it's paid for, not out of your pocket anyway.
Yeah, exactly. Unlimited pancakes.
Fair enough.
Why not waffles?
Because pancakes. It's what I remember liking.
But
Kind of.
He has floppy cakes of joy.
I think I may have had them. Have I had them?
Remember?
Oh god, don't make me roll for that.
Why not?
I'm already having a... Alright, we're gonna roll for that. Wisdom?
No, it'd be a history check.
Oh god, even worse.
Memory is tied... I tie memory and history
We've been
together.
doing wisdom checks, so it's kind of been 50-50.
Fair. But, so 16? Yeah, you
Oh
had
yeah, I
pancakes.
would remember. I've had pancakes.
Or flapjacks.
I don't remember who with.
As their...
Oh.
Yeah, you prefer to call them flapjacks.
Oh, flapperjacks, got it.
Yep, because the name is funny.
Okay, flapjacks it is. And even my other half laughed at that.
Yep, flapperjacks.
So, Celine is going to enjoy a mountain of those.
Okay.
And then after that, I am going to refill any of my supplies, weaver's tools, whatever you think I've used. Whatever you think that costs.
I would say for 5 gold, you could restock everything and give yourself enough weaving stuff and other such to cover the length of your journey.
Cool, done. And then the other thing I'm going to have her do is collect her little stories from the tavern, as well as share the lovely new story about the spiders with people. Because now that I have a show.
Okay.
And
yeah.
yeah. And yeah, that's what I'll be doing in the short term, because I don't think there's really much else I can do
No worries.
right now.
No worries at all. Cool. Then let's see. Who else is gonna do something of interest?
I was wondering if I could hunt down a second healer's kit somewhere in the city since it's large enough.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah. I'm like, if we were in Waterdeep, that would be almost a guarantee I could find one.
Oh
But
yeah, in Waterdeep it's a definite guarantee. Between Waterdeep, and Baldur's Gate and Neverwinter, the 3 biggest cities on the Sword Coast. I mean, you could find just about anything you wanted. Yes, you do find one. However, there is clearly a markup here.
how much is the markup? How much are they normally?
You know what it is?
I have forgotten. I think they're kind of expensive.
A healer's kit is 5 gold pieces normally. However, the ones you're finding here, you can buy for 10 or 15.
Huh.
The one.
So I did find one found for 10.
You did find one for 10. You also found one for 15.
Is there a difference?
Would you like to ask the shopkeep?
Yes.
Okay. How does Jay ask the shopkeep that question?
Sorry, I'm a little gassy. My stomach's kind of upset. But how Jay would ask would, you have these marked at different prices. May I inquire why?
Ah, yes. Normally, one of these lovely healer's kits has about 10 applications in it. However, this one, and he points to the one for 15, this one has 15 uses.
There. I'll take the one for 10. I already have one with me, but for the journey we're going on, I'd like to keep stocked up.
Ah, good. Very, very, very sensible. Oh, you must be with that caravan that came in, yes?
Correct.
Well, it's been all the rage for the last few days, apparently. I don't know why, but... 10 gold pieces, then.
I'll slide him a platinum.
Ah, well, thank you very kindly. And he hands you the kit. And it's very nice. It's a nice leather pouch containing everything you need: bandages, salves, splints, and the like. You're well versed in these kinds of kits.
Would nod and head back to the caravan and check up on the person we're supposed to be guarding, since these people are also after what Jay's after.
Alrighty. Serial.
Oh, I'm heading back to the tavern. So.
Yeah, Serial and Thier are both staying with him. You've noticed as you return. Radogast, Wolfenite, what are you two doing?
I'm not sure what I'm doing.
I do know for sure that I will bother Jay at some point.
Okay.
I'm gonna let everybody else finish, just, you know. Pancakes, Rattlegas?
No. What's that?
Go ahead and roll a perception check, please, Radogast.
Sure. Perception.
Or Flapperjackers?
You do notice that one of those adventurers that was with Oyen is saying goodbye. and seems to be leaving the group.
Which one?
The fake wizard.
Hmm.
The
Makes
one you
sense.
gave a good scare to.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
So he's okay. He's saying goodbye, like he's going into the town.
He's not only going into the town, but he's not going any further in the journey.
Yeah. Okay.
He seems to say from the brief snippet of conversation you hear, it's these weary roads are too much for my old bones, and I can make a living here respectably with my magics. Thank you very much, kind Oyen. My compatriots will see you the rest of the way to Waterdeep. Of that I am sure. And with that, he departs. Oyen does seem a little bit disappointed. You have a feeling that the two of them often argued, like long into the night, because that is Oyen's thing. He is an
Yeah.
argumentative, debative creature. Not looking at myself in the camera or someone else. But
Hey.
I didn't say nothing. But anyway, so
It's
the
not
old
an argument if I've
the
been right
old-
the whole time.
wow. Anyway, but he has departed. So that leaves the warrior, the rogue, and the two others who seem to be nondescript fighters.
Hmm.
But anyway,
Cool.
so that little snippet is for you. Okay. Anything else you would like to do then?
Yeah, I kind of want to track that Asbara Jos guy, and see if I can figure out where he goes.
Sure. Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check, and I'll let you actually roll with advantage because you are going to be using the crowd to kind of keep out of sight.
Stealth.
23. Nice. You do follow him, and he actually he actually makes his way to another tavern on the other side of the town, closer to the water's edge. You guys have actually kind of gone closer towards the northern end, towards Waterdeep, and are staying at a tavern there, as is most of the caravan staying around there. You do notice that one of the families is also getting off here. But anyway, he goes to a tavern at the other end of town, and as he gets into that tavern, he's actually recognized by a couple of the patrons. They give him hugs. There's just some nondescript commoner-like folks, some workers or some description or something. If you go ahead and roll me a insight, you might be able to learn more. He's definitely known. These guys definitely know him as something.
Does he like go in and take a table or?
He goes in and joins a table.
Okay. I'm gonna go in and sit at the bar and see if I can overhear anything.
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah.
No. It's a loud, rambunctious place. Go ahead and roll me, since you're going to spend a bit of time there, go ahead and roll me another insight check. You gather that this is from their interactions and from the fact that a lot of them seem to be wearing workman's clothes, but one or two of them are actually wearing somewhat nicer garb. You imagine that if this is probably a theater troupe of some description, or maybe carpenters that build such stages and the like. But it's definitely his kind of people. There is one woman at the table, and she's actually close enough in appearance to him that maybe she's a relative of some description. You wouldn't say daughter, like maybe cousin or niece, or like maybe even goddaughter or granddaughter. Excuse me. He's certainly old enough.
Hmm.
But they seem to be having a good time.
And is that the general like type of people in the bar? Is like workers?
Yes, this is definitely a
Like-
place that caters more towards the locals. This is
Yeah.
definitely the locals hangout.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah. I'll enjoy a drink and then
Okay.
make my way out of there.
And are you gonna head back to Acrony?
Yeah. Back to our inn.
Yeah. All right. Celine, you said you wanted to engage Jay. He does come back from his shopping. Uh-oh. Celine. Uh-oh.
Serena.
Oh no, she's been kidnapped.
Oh no, we have to go on a rescue mission now. Side quest time. Din, din, din.
She's gone. God.
Sorry.
No
Nope,
worries.
she's not gone.
I've just been informed I will not be eating corned beef and cabbage tonight.
Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm assuming you're getting real food.
Fuck you!
So
Oh,
sorry. I actually really like corned
Corned
beef and
beef.
cabbage. I just had to.
Clearly,
I mean,
me
I'm
and Matt
drinking
have to go buy
wine
a
on St.
gallon of
Patrick's Day.
sauerkraut
I'm already
now.
messing things up.
Anyway, Celine, Jay has returned to the bar.
Oh,
Uh,
so I'm going to flag him over in between bites of like pancakes, which she has gotten a second stack of and has just thrown on like the whole cube of butter.
Ladies and gentlemen, please meet Rocky from Lackadaisy.
Oh yes,
do you have syrup? It's not. It's not Rocky without syrup.
there is indeed syrup. If I
This
can,
is-
oh, I'm using my custom. Remember,
Hmm.
cereal made me the beautiful syrup container that's shaped like saloon that she is using with a passion.
Yep.
It is sticky, it is covered in butter, and she is as happy as can be. She's
Jay
trying to
like
motion
looks like
in between
waving
bites.
over. Just the you would see like the mask tilt down ever so slightly, and he would like begin to walk towards Celine.
She just motions over to a seat and another plate.
Apparently you have
Is there
been-
a second plate of just like pancakes?
Yes.
No. Yeah. She'll share. That's the point.
No. Oh, I thought you said there was like another plate, and I thought you said
Mm.
like you just ordered a third like.
Oh no
tower of pancakes.
I just meant an empty plate.
Oh. Oh, that's why I thought you were doing.
She
I was
is
like,
a
oh,
little
God.
girl. She devours these, but she's only so big.
Yeah.
Whoops,
So he'd sit
sorry.
down. How may I help you, Celine?
She swallows the bite and then goes over. You're a doctor, right?
Yes.
How does that work? And she tilts her head. Now remember, I'm the healer of the party.
Oh yeah. I remember.
I don't use magic to heal. I use medicine and my knowledge.
Isn't that ineffective? She tilts her head. Because, I mean, I do... She does, like, this hand wave motion. And people are better.
Magic is certainly effective, but not everyone can use magic, Celine, and not everyone can afford a mage to heal them.
She takes another bite and then, kind of head tilts at you. I could teach you.
I've heard most magic comes at a cost, though.
Oh, no cost. She says happily as she takes another bite.
Jay, go ahead and roll me Arcana. Celine, go ahead and roll me History with disadvantage.
Do I have disadvantage on that Arcana check?
If you're not trained in it, yes.
I don't. Oh, I am trained in Arcana.
I think you took it,
Yeah, I
yeah.
thought
if
you
No,
were.
because I
right.
am a sage.
Yeah.
So history, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
So, Celine, the one
Mhm.
thing you do know is that you made a deal with the stars some time ago. You don't remember what the deal was. You have no idea about the specifics. What you do know was a deal was made, and that they are somehow giving you power. You also know that some your little holy symbol and some deity, or maybe it's the stars also, is giving you a little bit more power. Jake, you understand the difference between an arcane caster and a uh, divine caster. Divine casters definitely receive their magic from someone else, usually a deity that they have enough faith in, or the nature itself. You also know that the arcane casters are people who are naturally learned in magic or have a natural talent for it. They To study magic is definitely a lifelong ambition. Becoming
Alright.
An arcane caster, while more achievable for someone like you, for instance, it'd be easier to become a wizard. Or you could, you do know that there are beings in the world. You have heard of a warlock. With that particular role, you do know what a warlock is, and that they make a deal with a powerful entity. Though how you go about finding a powerful entity is an entire mystery to you. But
So
that's all I'll share on that topic.
all you have to do is be friends with somebody, and she takes another bite, and you see for a moment that she looks completely foggy, almost lost in the thought she was having at the time. And then you're friends. Yeah.
Jay, I will say your passive perception is high enough that in her foggy gaze, you would see a star twinkle for a couple seconds, and then it would fade away as she goes, "Yeah."
Jay would look at Celine and think, and wouldn't say anything. Would pause and stare at her. So you would just have like the mask staring back at you for a while, and you'd say, "What kind of friends are we talking?"
The best kind, she says happily and just smiles. Ones that want you to succeed in what you're doing. I mean, and she draws out her book, and shows a picture of Rattlegast and all you guys and your adventures that she's been keeping track of and everything, with a few pictures missing. There's a few blank spaces where you know that there had to be something because of the way she's drawing out these events. It's an inconsistent pattern.
I will say that you find one closer towards the front, or the current pictures, because you can actually kind of track the dates. You do see one that has been kind of like it's smeared. There was something here. There was an image, but it's smeared and kind of erased. You can still tell that there's a memory here, or that there's something here, but what it was, you have no idea.
I did this one in charcoal. It was special, but I don't remember it. I must have smudged it. Mistakes happen. And she smiles and just kind of, so yeah, you make friends with people and save them. So you're a hero too, right?
I don't know if I'm a hero, Celine, but trying to help people is definitely what I do.
See? So hero. And she starts sketching you, just happily as can be. And I'll help you, and we'll make people better. The whole world will be better between both of us.
I'd like that.
Good. And you should eat more. That bird nest looks hungry.
His whole head would tilt like, excuse me?
The bird nest looks hungry.
Yeah, isn't it?
Great.
Does it like pancakes? Saloon likes syrup, and Saloon has like a bloated appearance from eating so much of it that he just looks back and like you can see a wing like dismissively wave, like this
Like,
is mine.
Mine. I think I'll pass on the food. I'm not hungry at the moment.
Well, more for me. And she stabs like yet another stack, and she pulls it over. These are so just, they're all fried and I don't know why they call them a flapperjacker, but they're great.
I believe the term is flapjack.
Oh, a flappy jack, got it.
Fucking wee. Radogast. It's about this point that you enter into the picture, and your passive perception is high enough, barely, that you would see this. You notice
Barely.
a female gnome walk up to one of the members of the caravan, one of the other cart masters. She seems to have a pretty hushed conversation with him. There's a couple of gold coins that change hands, and the merchant like pulls up a chair for her, and she kind of joins his table. She's a very odd-looking gnome, but she is very stern-looking as well. Definitely a woman of the world.
Alright, I'm doing better.
All right, good. Because I was gonna say, God, are you dying or something?
A little bit.
All right, okay, fair enough.
Verified a little bit.
I would join Celine for a meal and try and
Grandmother,
overhear.
She stands up and she goes to hug you and realize how much of a syrupy mess she is.
And then
just
I hug her
hesitates.
anyways.
Aw. Yeah, she just starts giggling and she pulls out the chair for you, just as excited as can be. And there's less pancakes, and she kind of greedily looks at them for a second before handing the rest to you.
I push
She had
him
to
back.
make a conscious decision to share.
Rattlegas pushes him back. The flapperjackers are all yours, Celine.
Oh my god, you know their actual name! Jay was pretending they're
Well, of course.
flapjacks or...
Of course I know what their actual name is. Everyone knows this.
What is wrong with him? As he's sitting right there
He
still.
does have a bird's head on. It's a bit odd.
Does he have a bird brain? Saloon is really smart, but sometimes that's an insult.
He probably doesn't have a bird brain. It's just for show.
Oh,
Bird brains are actually very smart. That would be a compliment.
okay.
You see Saloon nod at this sagely, like, yes.
This is correct.
It's definitely the game. It's definitely the Game of Thrones. This is known.
Do I see the shopkeep? Or the
You
barkeep?
can. Yeah, you can spot the barkeep from here.
Who are they? What are they?
The barkeep is a human, about a slightly older gentleman, younger than you, but well, in human years. But
I would just go, Garçon, please, some food.
He like nods his head, and a waitress or tavern wench, more specifically, comes scurrying over. She is actually a little older than Saloon. She has almost a
Celine.
matronly. Celine, sorry. Celine Saloon, you did that to me on purpose.
I
Callie,
did do that on purpose.
don't pretend like you know.
Pure DM
I thought they
torture.
sounded cute, but yeah,
Yeah.
now I realize the flaw.
But she's a little bit older than Celine. Definitely has a more womanly feature about her, and very matronly looking, but still youthful in her own right. And she comes up. Yes, good sir. How may I assist you this evening?
Do you have any, I don't know, bitter drinks or anything that might give me a little pep?
We do have coffee available. We also have sour wine and a sour cider.
I'd love a coffee and maybe a light meat plate, something along those lines.
We do have a lamb's prey pie.
That sounds excellent.
Very good.
Coffee. And she head tilts at you.
Do you want one too, Celine?
And she's nodding enthusiastically.
2 coffees then, please.
Certainly. And she scurries off.
And then
Nice.
I'm while I'm sitting here, I'm trying to overhear what that gnome's talking about.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check. Wolfenite.
Yes.
You notice, because your passive perception is one of the higher ones in the party. It
Is
goes, it goes Thier, Jay, and you tied, and then Serial, Celine, Rattlegast.
Oh.
High wisdom means high passives,
Oh, true.
because
Passive perception was 15 for me, actually, because I took it as a skill.
right.
So I actually should have one of the higher ones.
You have a 15
Beat you.
currently, unless you took a feat that
No.
it's not calculated.
So yeah, wow, everybody's above me. Wow,
Yeah,
we got high perception.
Veer has 18. Jay and Wolfenite both have 17s. Serial has a 16. You have 15.
Wow,
And Rattlegast
crazy.
has 14.
In 3 levels, I think I'm gonna go for that coveted 22.
Yeah. You can
Notice everything.
observant fucking 22 passive perception. I see all. It is all known to me.
I mean, if I was a rogue, I could get even higher.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, fun builds.
Fucking. That's Nikki's favorite, like, goddamn feat.
I
swear
had
to
that
Christ.
conversation last night about how it's actually not all that good.
Well,
Anyway,
it certainly can be. But Wolfenite, you noticed that a couple of the dragon cultist members enter with the man in red, and he seems to be having a low conversation with the leader of said caravan. And they take a seat far from you guys and towards the door. Definitely so they can duck out pretty quick, you imagine? You're definitely assuming.
Yeah.
But they seem to be having a good time. You do notice that the gnome is sitting in a way that would give her direct access to this person. You only notice the gnome is there because she is the only gnome in the tavern.
Got it. Okay.
There is a halfling bard on the bar who is playing for his evening stay, you imagine. But yeah, the only gnome in the room is the one sitting at a table. And you know what I want to put, because it's because it is St. Patty's Day. Let's go ahead and I'd like to add this to game. If I may. How do I add it to the game? That is a very good question. I might have to add the whole goddamn playlist. But I will. And because
So I'm
Yes.
sorry, I've lost a little bit of train of thought right now because I have a headache.
No worries.
Do I know this gnome that's sitting there?
Nope.
Okay.
She's just odd and stands out because she's the only gnome there. Anyway, the Rowdy Sailors are the courtesy of our fine musical selection today. And it is an Irish bit of music, so perfect St. Patty's Day music. But anyway, Rattlegast, you overhear her conversation, and the gentleman who she's with asks her, "So what is one of the small folk doing so far out here? It's not common for gnomes to be this far out of civilization. Waterdeep or the mountains, or even Baldur's Gate has several." And she just shrugs. I was with the last group and just trying to make my way to Waterdeep. Unfortunately, the last caravan was only going here. And this was as close as I could get. I've been here for a little while. But they told me another caravan was coming and headed to Waterdeep. So I figured I'd join up with it. And, well, here you guys are. Oh, well, that's very interesting. And you're sure? All I can offer you is a meager wage. I can't... Oh, no. It's quite all right. I understand. I'm just looking to get there, really. If all you can afford to do is pay me 5 gold per 10 day, then, I mean, I don't mind at all. Yes. You notice that this guy also, looks over and he's like, I do spend a lot of time near Acrony and his men, so I don't really need a full complement myself. And she goes, oh? Yes, and he points to Acrony, who he and his 2 original drivers have the table next to you guys. As he's kind of let you guys have your own table. But it's him, Vonram, and Serial at this table, and it's the 4 of you with Fear at this table. And Fear's been quiet and hasn't really eaten anything. He has had some stuff to drink, mostly the wine. But he seems to be in quiet contemplation. But Sacrony's hired himself some very capable bodyguards, and they've been doing fantastic in this caravan. No, Matt. She's the gnome is talking to her own table, a different table.
Okay, good.
He's hired some very capable adventurers, and they've proven to be invaluable on the road. Wow, that's very interesting. And she kind of looks over, and you do notice that she sees you, kind of glancing over every now and then, and she kind of tips a tankard to you, and gives you a smile. You go ahead and roll me an insight check, please.
Yes. I was just about to ask if I could.
You notice that her attention's barely on you, and it's on someone else. You're not sure who, but it's on someone else in the room. You can't really follow her gaze. You can't really tell what kind of an expression she really has. But her attention's definitely somewhere else. She's just doing the raised toast out of more reflex than anything. But anyway, and this guy,
I'd give a tusky grin back.
Nice. And as the night goes on, and or as it gets towards proper night now, because you guys did arrive late afternoon. But as it gets on towards proper evening, the bard continues to play and does a fairly respectable job, and is definitely a lively sort. And again, he's the only halfling in the room. There is a couple of half-elves. You do see it is mostly humans here. You do see 2 or 3 other dwarves that Vonram has kind of navigated himself towards. Acrony is well into his cups and is drinking merrily. You see Oyen is actually sitting with him, and they're arguing about the values of their businesses. Acrony Acrony is definitely of the opinion that his business is by far the more valuable because more people benefit. Where Oyen is definitely arguing that because the people who benefit are the people who actually have the most money and thus the most power and influence, that his business is by far the more important one. And they seem, it seems to be lively and definitely, debate, but
Yeah.
it's still friendly because they're both drinking
Yeah, it's
excessively.
sporting. Yeah.
Yeah. There's no malice behind it. There's no real competition because they're actually not in each other's sphere of goods.
Mhm.
You do notice that the ale merchant that you were with, and anyone with a passive perception of 14 or higher will notice, but you do notice that the ale merchant that you guys have been traveling with actually is talking to the barkeep, and they're making some kind of trade, and like papers and coins are being exchanged. And then a pair of really strong men like go out out of the bar or out of the tavern, and then come back wielding kegs and like take them into the back rooms, likely the kitchen area. All in all, you are seeing commerce done. You do notice that one of the dwarf in question is the shield dwarf, the guard who has her own little guarding troop. You do notice that the other dwarf is he is the cooking oil merchant, who also is selling perfumes. And so the dwarves here are all dwarves from your group. In fact, there's actually 2 female shield dwarves, I need to say. But all the dwarves are from your caravan. And you've been traveling with them, and you've seen them around. You notice that one of the you notice that the ale and beer merchant is a half-elf. The only one that you are kind of surprised to see, though, as the night continues to wear on, is you see you all see the lawyer come in. The lawyer was someone that you thought to approach, but then Oyen caught your attention. Thank God. Because you have not heard anything good about the lawyer. His name is Aldor. Wolfenite. Wolfenite. You would know that you approached this gentleman and offered your services to him, but he kind of go away.
Yes. Okay.
But you notice that the lawyer has joined. Has come into the tavern, and he is very quick to go upstairs, and he's like looking around like somebody might like shank him or shiv him at any moment. And you've seen him around the caravan, and he definitely keeps to himself. Although he did hire one of the shield guard dwarves as his personal bodyguard, but even then, he kind of keeps her at a distance. And definitely seems to not like it. He definitely seems to be a weird one. Some of the gossip that you've heard around the caravan is that he was driven out by a scandal from Baldur's Gate, which is not hard to believe.
Okay. Got it.
Radogast, you would have definitely heard that rumor too. Oyen would have actually brought it up, I'm sure.
I don't think I know the rumor myself, but
You've heard talk.
Yeah.
You guys are well liked among the caravan right now, because you have done a lot for it. But so, I mean, most of the people are pretty pretty like you well enough, and have been chummy with you. You've been traveling for the better part of several days, weeks even. Actually, almost a month at this point. It's been a hot damn minute.
Yeah, even in
rough
game, it's
patches, but that's about it.
You guys have been traveling almost 2 months now.
Wow.
The whole trip was expected to take 2 months, and you guys are only about 120 miles away from your destination. So yeah, you've been traveling about 2 months now. Definitely a month and a half at the outside. But anyway, but it's tavern life going on around you, and it's very nice to see that, for all the craziness of the road, and the road has been crazy. But it is definitely nice to just be in with people and just to see that, life does go on. Wolfenite, you have mixed feelings. You're a druid first and foremost, so civilization and you don't get on. What you do know, however,
a smaller town.
right? What you do know, though, is that Daggerford does seem to be doing well. Doesn't seem to have an abundance of waste. Doesn't seem to be dirty all the time. Definitely isn't an eyesore or a blight on the land it's around, like a bigger city of Baldur's Gate or Waterdeep would be.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check, all of you.
Investigation, sure. Invest. Oh wow! Good job, Celine.
Yeah, right.
No.
So we'll start with Rattlegast. Rattlegast.
Yes.
You heard.
Mm-hmm.
You see the traveling adventurers that are with you. They're all kind of keeping to themselves, away from you. In fact, the barbarian woman is actually eyeing you carefully. It definitely seems like she doesn't trust you. You're not sure why that is, but that is something you notice. You pick up on that kind of vibe towards you, even with that low roll. You all, Jay, you hear, you actually see, rather, you see a gentleman that you've all met before, a elf who is traveling with you, an elf with one eye. He actually goes up and joins the bard, and they begin to play together, both of them on violas. Uh-oh. Jay having issues? Matt, go ahead and relay what he heard. Or what he's seen.
Okay. Oh, he's back in.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Jay, you see the elf with one eye, the half elf with one eye that's been a part of the troop, or the caravan. He pulls out his own viol and goes and joins the bard. And the two of them begin to play a duet together. Celine, you hear that the city of Waterdeep is having a interesting problem. There is a church of some description trying to gain a foothold, and it seems to be clashing with other churches that are there. You're not able to pick up much more than that, as nobody really has a good story, as you're several days, even a couple weeks out of Waterdeep. But the story is that this new church is kind of rough with carving out a territory, and seem to be pushing some of the other people who are already in Waterdeep to the sides.
Could I do a religion check?
Sure.
With guidance, because I know I'm making the religion check here.
Fair enough.
All right, so roll religion. Oh, never mind. That's a nat. Do you still want me to roll guidance?
No. Go ahead. You're all fine. With a 23 and a crit success, because at my table you can crit on skill checks, because I am not a heartless master.
Okay, well it'd be a 27.
Okay, 27.
Yeah.
You know that there is one group that would fit that description. You have heard of the Cult of the Dragon before. They are not nice.
Okay.
they are very mean and aggressive when it comes to people worshiping their dragon god. Though you don't remember the name of their dragon god specifically, but they seem to revere a dragon god. Um, you don't know much about dragons or dragon gods because it's barely of interest to you, but you do know that they have gained a foothold near Neverwinter. You're also pretty sure that they've gained a foothold somewhere near the spine of the world. Um,
Oh, okay.
in one of the towns there, if it's not Mirabar, it's probably Luskin. But you do know that they've gained footholds in other locations. I will pull some stuff. Oh. There we go.
So lean on 4 cups of coffee or so probably by this point.
Yes, you have gotten your coffee, and it is bitter.
So Celine is going to look at it. You see her take a little bit of the butter and like throw it in there and then throw in a little syrup, and she just like drains it. And the feeling of
David's face. I'm sorry.
This is Rattlegat's face.
well, she's trying to make it less bitter, so cream in the form of butter and
No, it doesn't make you any
Syrup.
less weird.
No, he looks at you like that for a while and then just kind of smiles and just shrugs.
so she chugs it, not knowing how else to take this.
Fair enough.
And you hear the gulping, and then her eyes, like you could see like the pupils like widen for a second.
Fair enough.
Oh, so I can stay up all night?
Unlimited power.
Is it hot, by the way?
Oh yeah, it is.
It probably
warm,
is.
It is warm
And-
hot coffee, and I need you to roll a con saving throw, please.
Sure,
Celine.
because this fits her so well.
Although the butter and the syrup have done something to dilute the heat.
18 still.
Sure, you're fine.
And as he's watching you do this and you say that, he just takes a little sip. Yes, exactly.
Can I get another one? She's gripping the cup pretty hard.
Awesome.
You see the tavern wench appear again.
Refill?
She
Refill?
nods. Certainly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wolfenite.
You're a nice lady.
She smiles. Wolfenite, this is actually of interest to you. You hear rumors that the Neverwinter wood has actually begun to grow in the last couple years.
Oh.
You also hear tale of an archdruid, or the druid of the Neverwinter wood, and how he has single-handedly killed, disappeared, or stopped all attempts at over-harvesting the wood, any attempts at poaching, and he has actually made bloody example of an orc tribe that has actually entered the Neverwinter wood and tried to set up camp.
Oh. Wow. That's pleasant to be
The
violent.
the rumors is that those who take only what they need, for instance, people who go only and cut down the dead trees, or people who go to collect sticks that have fallen naturally, they're left alone. Hunters who only take 1 or 2 kills per person are again left alone. However, any acts of over-hunting or over-foresting are swiftly dealt with. Some people have even said that they've seen him leave Neverwinter in the company of a lizard man. The druid seems to be a wood elf of some description, and seems to be in the company of a lizard folk.
Okay.
Which is odd because lizard folks don't normally live near Neverwinter. I mean, in the Evermoors, like to the west, like probably there might be lizard folk, but you've never heard of one so close to Neverwinter. Lizard folk are a rarity in swamplands in general. The High Moors are rumored to have lizard folk living over by the South Wood, but you've never seen one. You have heard stories of lizard folk, though.
closest I think I've ever seen was Dear Departed Friend.
Yeah, She of Water and Earth is by far the most abnormal thing you've ever seen.
Oh, come on. She's perfectly normal.
Yeah, okay.
To Cthulhu.
It's
I'm in Dark.
To Cthulhu. It's about right. She was fun.
that's about correct. Anyway, yeah. So this tale is particularly interesting to you because as a fellow druid, you're definitely interested. The current story is the hunter who's actually regaling how he survived and fled from the druid of Neverwinter, of the Neverwinter Wood, and he was in the form of a monstrous wolf with pitch black fur except around his face where it was silver in the moonlight. And he ripped apart my friends as if they were nothing. Swords and arrows had no effect and could not bring this beast down. And then, as we all fled the wood, a thorny vine came and wrapped around me brother's neck and dragged him into the woods, where I saw the figure of the druid. And he let me go. But I was the only one to make it. And he does have some pretty impressive scarring. It's a fun little story, if true, but you often know how stories can be exaggerated. But
What? No. All stories are true.
all stories have a grain
Never
of truth.
exaggerated.
I am gonna go up to him and ask him then, what did he do to piss off the druid folk?
Oh, we killed a what's they called? They're Moonlight Cree hunters. They're like bears, but with bird faces. You can go ahead and roll.
Can I roll an Arcana?
You can roll
Yeah,
nature
yeah.
or Arcana. For a druid, I'd count it as either. Because they're
24.
You know an owl bear.
One sec.
Everyone stare at Matt's camera.
Staring intensifies.
But for those of you at home who don't know, an owl bear is just as it sounds. It's a bear with owl-like features.
One of the foundations of D&D silliness.
Definitely.
They used to be terrifying rules-wise, though.
They still are.
I actually saw a stat block for one from, like, earlier editions. I'm like, wow,
Oh, yeah.
that's awesome.
Owl bears used to be, especially in early D&D, used to be party wipers.
Yeah, for low. I mean, granted, for like 1 to 3 level range, but still, they were kind of cool.
Still are.
I miss monsters being tough.
Well, it wasn't so much the monsters were tough as characters were weaker.
No, monsters were definitely tougher. I mean, the amount of things I see with an AC of like 16 to 18 being normal.
Okay. So I'm not gonna chastise him too much about this, mainly because I don't think he would have been hunted down and killed in his whole hunting party for just one owl bear.
I mean, you could ask more questions.
Yeah, was it only the owl? So wait, did you only hunt down a single owlbear?
Oh no, not a single one. We put some and he like looks around. We put up a couple traps and trapped a couple, and it was quite effective. We were looking to make a handsome profit.
Here. Okay then, one sec. Let me move this out of the way. Just put that on the bed for right now. Trying to fix Eric's internet trouble.
No worries.
I'm gonna get an Ethernet cord and plug it in manually.
The one.
So can I?
Hmm?
How does he have any bodyguards around him right now?
No, seems to be just be him and a couple of people he's telling the story to.
Okay, I'm gonna deck him in the face.
Swing! Unarmed attack, swing!
I'm sorry. The moment he started saying, "Oh, I've been caging them, multiple of them, and then I've been
trapping
hunting them," like, I'm sorry. One was okay. No.
Yeah, there was
No,
a line.
you deserve
Roll.
to die.
Roll an unarmed
Okay.
strike.
I'm striked. Oh, actually, I don't have it on here. Why?
So roll a strength check.
Check. 12.
Well, thankfully, he's not expecting you to haul off and hit him. So you all watch as Wolfenite just hauls off and clocks this dude in the face. And he steps back. You deal 1 point of damage, despite the fact that your strength score is 0.
That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I allow for 1 point because many reasons for this one. But so
1 plus strength modifier if he hit. That's correct.
So
God.
Rattlegast and Celine, you watch as Wolfenite just hauls off and clocks this dude. And Von Ram stands up as the guy gets up and goes to swing back at Wolfenite. Von Ram jumps on his chair and jumps across the room and slams into this guy, taking him down. And there's a bare knuckles brawl going between Von Ram and this former or maybe current trapper. Probably closer to poacher.
It might be former at the end of the night.
But
I'm definitely gonna stand up and make my way over towards Wolfenite. Just somewhere behind him.
Yeah.
In the space behind him.
As you do, the other 3 who were listening to the story immediately get up and go towards Von Ram to try and pull him off. Do you do anything to stop them?
I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of walk up right next to Wolfenite and just. That was sort of unexpected.
I'm still yelling at the guy.
Oh,
God.
are you yelling at him as Von Ram beats the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's exactly what's happening.
To go back in there.
Get him!
You think you could just go and trap a bunch of owlbears? You daft son of a...
I would walk up to one of the guys that's approaching that and just kind of gently grab his wrist and just. I don't suggest that at all.
Roll a persuasion check, advantage, or an intimidation check. Your choice.
At what?
It's a you missed. It's a persuasion check at disadvantage, or a intimidation check.
Can I give Rattlegast bonus to intimidation as I'm walking up with them to make sure all this is going well? So I'm just gonna stand imposingly next to Rattlegast as a masked person.
Can Celine try to break up the fight? 1 cup of coffee in one hand and her going, hey.
Disadvantage, Celine, for persuasion.
Yeah, no, she's a little girl.
So,
it's the worst person to
Rattlegast,
break up a fight.
if you want to go down the intimidation route, you now have advantage.
Okay, yeah, I'll go advantage on that.
So persuasion?
Yes, at disadvantage.
That's a 6.
Celine, you try your best. Hey, wait. And nothing doing. They're way too into smashing each other's faces in. The guy you're talking to, Rattlegast, definitely backs down, but the other 2 actually make to grab Von Ram. And it's at this point you watch Serial come up. He has his shield, and he smashes it over one of these guys' heads and drops him. And he looks to the other one and goes, "If you try it, you will go down too." And the guy just kind of... And so Von Ram finally hauls off this dude, lifts him up, and slams him back down on the ground. and finally looks at you, Wolfenstein. What's going on?
All of that before wondering what's happening is great.
Oh yeah, Bunram is a smash first, ask questions when it's convenient.
This daft idiot This daft idiot offended the druids.
Oh, you bastard! Bam!
This daft idiot This
Was
daft
fucking
idiot
around with
owlbears.
Wait, that. Celine's like, I shouldn't draw a picture of that.
The depravity of man.
Was that what he
gonna
was
start a
doing?
rumor against him
Celine
now.
like looks
You know
at
what, that
Rattlegash dead serious. She's not quite understanding the context here.
Nope.
You know what? I'm gonna leave it up because either way, it makes him look bad.
Yep. So finally, Von Ram grabs the guy and hauls him out of the tavern door and throws him out of the tavern into the street. And
What if he was actually in love? You hear Celine say.
fucking Acrony, and the music actually got a bit more jaunty as the fight was going on. The two bards didn't miss a beat and continued to play. And like it's like that tavern brawl music from the Boondock Saints when they get in the fight with the two Russians. It's like music like that, like some intense shit. And then when it dies down and everybody calms down, they get back to it. The bartender's like looking at you guys like you're fucking crazy. To which Acrony just walks over and like hands him a small pouch of gold.
Oh, I was gonna put down 5 coins.
I know, I was about to do something
Apologies.
similar. I see that and I'm like, well, okay.
To which he
More
looks
coffee.
To which he looks at you, Wolf, and he goes, "What the hell? Are you completely crazy? Like, what?"
No, it's just that idiot decided to go fuck with owlbears and offend a druid who guards the territory. And he got out unscathed when he shouldn't have. I'm
Celine's
still
like,
kind of like in our little ranting mess.
Celine's gonna go
Exasperated.
over. Celine's gonna go over to Wolfenite, and there's a small sketch of exactly what you think it is. And she's like, "So is an owlbear on top? Like,
To which Acrony looks at you, little lassie, and he again like grabs you around your shoulders and like pulls you in, and it's again just as uncomfortable as it ever was.
yeah." She gives a look of the "please help me" between one cup of coffee and the book, and
I don't think that he meant it literally. To which Von Ram gets up. You notice not a scratch on the guy. And despite the fact that he did a flying leap over 2 tables to get to this
they
guy.
give him tavern probably.
Von Ram has tavern brawl.
But if the former druid was in a relationship, they would have like had to. Is the owlbear cheating? Is this like? She's just completely lost.
God, no, not like that.
No.
No, more like cages involved.
Oh, so it's like and she starts vigorous scribbling, and I'll let you guys
It's
imagine.
getting worse.
BDSM owlbears, just what we need.
Oh
Don't
We
give the
don't
DM
need-
ideas.
I am so sorry. Because Celine's not understanding context.
We're
here.
not. This is not a route I'm going down ever. No. There are lines I draw. Okay.
Celine's
There are?
drawing a lot of lines.
Really?
They happen to be pretty curvy in some places.
Are you sure?
Some
Yes!
really straight.
Yes,
Some
there
are
are.
really straight.
Now quit it,
Really good with the faces
bunch
there.
of
Sorry.
degenerates. Oh
I mean,
my
you should be
God.
talking to the druid, to the guy that just offended the druids and got kicked outside.
So Celine is beat red while doing this, trying to figure out the situation. Just absolutely beat red, can hardly figure it out.
No, don't draw that. That's for them. That's their own private time. You're not supposed to draw that.
This is a bar.
Oh. And she like scribbles it out very loosely, but you can tell exactly what it is. It's just got a few lines through it as she flips the page, and she looks into the page just beet red. Isn't that what like couples are supposed to do? I didn't know it was supposed to be like this.
Oh my god.
She takes a
Mommies
big
and
swig
daddies
of the
only,
coffee and
Celine.
just looks at you guys like completely like, I hope mine isn't like that.
Jesus.
Oh God.
The night winds down. Nothing quite that exciting happens.
And now we know Celine can draw bestiality.
Yeah, we know that because that was something we needed to know.
Do I need to add it as a proficiency on my sheet?
No! No! There are lines, damn
+1
it!
to draw.
Fucking Jesus. These people are
Since
twisted.
it's a mythical creature, is that considered yiffing? I don't.
Shut up!
Does it count by intelligence rating of the character at that point?
I think it needs to be above 8 or higher. Maybe 6.
People
I
are
think it needs to
vile.
at least be 10.
Oh my god.
I mean, what does Giku count as then? She has 6.
God.
Unable to consent. That's what she counts as.
Mainly because
Yeah.
she's killing you at the time.
Well, I mean,
Seriously,
ah!
Wolfenite, you shouldn't hit him over bad relationships. And she's hugging the book to her chest, and she's like kind of chastising you, but doesn't know how to do it.
Fine, I'll
And
leave
just
it
take.
at that.
Aw.
This whole moment right here.
Wolfenite?
It needed to happen.
Apparently.
Oh
Apparently
my
it
god.
needed to happen, you fucking bitch.
Sorry to offend you, DM.
I'm not offended, I'm disappointed.
Big
I am very disappointed.
difference.
I'm sorry, DM. By the stars above, I don't mean to make the, gods unhappy.
That is a thing in my campaigns. It is definitely a thing. The DM does count as a god and can be a warlock patron.
Official god.
The god of plot armor.
Jesus himself.
Yeah,
No,
you can't play
he's
certain
called.
characters.
He's actually called the god of legends. But
It's
So
pronounced
looking-
Jesus, and I don't know you.
Looking dead serious though at Wolfenite. So, why'd you hit him?
Because he offended a nearby druid.
well, not
And-
nearby, but
Oh, no, not nearby, but regardless, he offended a crime against druids
Oh,
by being a trapper. who
So he was a
trapping
bad
more
guy?
than he needed. For the most part, yes. At least to me.
and
That
she
guy-
flips the page, and you see her instantly start drawing.
Oh god. Oh no.
Wolfenite, go ahead and roll me a insight check, please.
Okay. Wow, my rolls are great today. Like, I'm not cursed at all for once. Yeah, if it does, Jinx, then I at least have evidence.
The way the guy was acting, you do know that while a trapper is definitely not positive, trapping in and of itself is not necessarily a crime. However, you have a feeling that in order to kill a few owlbears, poison and underhanded skullduggery was involved. And so you imagine that is what the druid more got pissed off with. Because poison is not only not allowed in many places, but now you've gone into the realm of poaching, and definitely that's unfair play.
Yeah, plus they're saying that they're taking out multiple owlbears, and
Yeah.
I'm just, no. No. One would have been okay.
So you place your 5 silver on the bar, and the bartender just looks at you. Don't do that again. And he takes the silver.
Understood. Sorry, sir.
And but the bar resumes its normal pace and candor. And it's now getting way late in the evening. Von Ram just kind of stretches and cracks his neck. Oh, that was some right fun brawling there, eh? And he like punches you on the arm, Wolfenite.
Oh, at least I made your night.
Who knew you had it in you? I thought you were one of them peaceful little, flower sniffing druids, not one of those scrappers.
Celine's gonna flip over a picture of him being a flower sniffing druid.
I mean, I can be both, can I?
Since that is mostly my interpretation of you as well.
I mean, my cart has flowers all over it.
Not really. I've seen a couple of druids, and you come in 2 flavors: either the kill all the civilization, or the don't kill it all and just like grow nature.
Oh, I mean, I'm more so over on the middle ground.
Yeah, first one I've ever seen.
First one to split the middle.
I pat Wolfenite on the back. You can't really say that after just punching a trapper in the face, can you?
I mean, I didn't kill him. That one, I think, would definitely put me in the kill all the civilization thing.
Hmm.
But I don't think I count as an eco-terrorist.
Interesting.
You're muted.
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna head over to the 2 bards
Yes.
and hand them 5 silver each.
Nice.
And just say, for keeping up with the theme of the tavern, my friends.
To which the one with the eye patch smiles and plays a note, grabs his hat, flips it down for you to put the coins in.
I dropped 5 silver coins in that hat.
They would have got 5 gold pieces apiece if they played Kenny G when Celine was doing her thing.
To which, as soon as you put it in, he whips it back on his head and continues playing.
And I'd hand the other 5 to the other bard.
He just kind of gestures to his hat, which is on the bar.
I set it there, nod to them both, and go back to our table.
Finally, the night seems to be winding down. People seem to be retiring. Wolfenite, you notice that the dragon cultists have left. You're not sure when the gnome left, but you don't see her anywhere. And then as you guys, Acrony stands up and heads off to bed himself, as well as his 2 hands and assistants. You guys were given 2 rooms. Each one could fit half the party. So there's 2 rooms for the whole party. There's an extra bed in one of them that is not taken up. Because there's only 7 of you if you include Von Ram, which I have to. But
I mean, now that he's body slammed somebody in the name of our party. Celine
That
can't
does bring up a
do,
question. Who's rooming with who?
it's up to y'all.
So Celine isn't sleeping because she's hopped up on like 3 cups of coffee at least at this point. So, there's no sleeping for Celine. She's, what's the best place I can find to go look at the stars?
Definitely on top of your wagon, on your carriage.
Ooh,
which is
yeah, that's where she's
outside.
going. She has even a little bed up there, so, everything's been made appropriately.
Alrighty.
So she'll be going up that way after she hands Rattlegaster money. She's like, I'm gonna be outside, and I have had a lot of coffee. And she just hands you that. That's her only explanation.
Okay. I
She
just
trusts
kind
you with
of,
her money.
yeah, I just kind of look at her sidelong a little bit, but I just accept it.
And I will deal with stargazing here in a bit. I'll let everybody else finish it.
To which Wolfenite does say that your heartbeat is the same as your hummingbirds. That was a statement that was said.
Pretty much, yeah. Saloon is like passed out, like tired. Like, really, lady? We gotta go outside and stare at the stars instead of be all warm in the tavern.
Yeah.
I'm full of pancakes and syrup, and you want to go make me fly?
Yeah, it's pretty much the relationship of it. Saloon is like passed out in her hands, and she's just like, kind of like petting him, and he's like, "Oh, lady, please."
I do want to try and keep an eye on the quote unquote adventurers and see what they do.
They and Oyen seem to retire for the night and head to a room that Oyen apparently has procured for all of them.
Cool.
This is the larger. This is the larger of the two taverns in town, and it definitely has to be to accommodate all these traveling people. But it is built for it, so you are enjoying the. You are enjoying your stay, and the rooms are fairly comfy. But the adventurers have retired for the night with Oyen as Acrony finally ended. What little you catch of the discussion that was had before the brawl was that Acrony and Oyen had moved on to another topic about which is harder to keep good, birds or pelts. To which it seems Acrony's kind of won that discussion because his is actually perishable and actually has a date and has to be treated properly, whereas birds are living things, and so long as you don't murder them and don't abuse them, they'll be fine.
Or let them escape.
That too. Off in the distance, you hear something about a farm that's under attack by owls. I mean, what?
I mean, Saloon's got an epic boss battle at some point.
But anyway, so you all retire for the evening?
Nope.
I do.
Well, Celine, you're obvious. All right. So who's bunking with who?
You know what? I'll go bunk with the gentleman who saved me with the big old bash by bashing into the crowd.
Okay. So you're bunking with Von Ram, who is going to bunk with Fear and Serial.
Okay.
So then that kind of leaves Jay, Rattlegast, and Celine in another room. Although Celine is outside.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty.
Is Rattlegast retiring tonight?
Yeah.
Anyway, as you all retire for the evening, except you, Celine, obviously, but because apparently you need, because apparently you're special. No,
I am special.
I'm being a dick.
In all the wrong ways.
Yeah. As you get up onto your spot and start your stargazing, you look up at the sky, and it's very much a like Men in Black moment, where you're just staring up at the sky and you know that there's more out there. Definitely has that feel. Rattlegast actually, lucky coincidence that your bedroom window actually faces the stables where your carriages are parked. So if you look out the window for a minute, you can actually see Celine just sitting up and looking at the stars.
Hyped up on this much coffee, Celine is going to have a full-on conversation.
Yep.
With them. And
Can
it's a very excited, thank you for, sending me out to, save the world with such good friends. And even though Wolfenite doesn't like people who are traps and, whatever conversation she wants to have.
We're not! Oh my god!
Looking over at Eric like, what?
I mean, if that's her type, or
You
Wolfenite's type.
don't like traps and bars. I get it.
Well, how did this come up?
This
You
is
punched
Celine.
a trapper
This is
in the bar?
Celine. Yeah, this is Celine's
Oh my God.
entire fucking insanity going on here. That's what this is. But whatever.
But no, she's just thanking the stars, for letting her do this and for letting her save the world. And she's like, and you know what? We'll stop that dragon cult because I do know about them.
Yes.
And you know that they've been so mean. So yes, we need to fix that. And I hope that everybody's just happy.
Would I see her talking?
Yeah, you could actually open the window and hear her talking if you so desire.
Yeah, I was gonna say if I could like see that she's talking, I would open the window and eavesdrop.
Yeah, definitely, and easy enough. She doesn't notice you. But anyway.
So, the one last thing I'm going to do on Celine, though, is as she's having this conversation, I will have her do one thing, which is she's going to start stitching something up. And it'll be a surprise for Wolfenite in the morning. And so can I perform a check on this with guidance?
Sure.
A Weaver's Tools?
Yep. And you're making something?
Yeah, I'm making something for Wolfenite.
Okay.
Which I'll surprise him with, depending on what the roll is. Even though I keep clicking the roll and not getting a result. It's not even... Oh, there we go. Since I'm spending all night, could I use Charisma or Dex? Probably Charisma or Wisdom. Because it's something cute, is the idea.
Okay.
So which thing should I query?
Go ahead and query Wisdom.
Sure thing. And then roll d4. Well, that's a 15. How good is it on a 15?
It's fairly decent. It's not your best work, but it is good.
Okay. I'll present that to him in the morning. And yeah, so let anybody else continue who would like.
I just listened to Celine's conversation and then go to bed after she's done talking.
As you all continue your rest and such. Hold on 1 second. That's odd. Something was going on with the stream, apparently.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, I don't see it. Sorry, technical difficulties here, folks. Yeah, okay. I'm not seeing it, so thank God. Because that doesn't need to be seen. Anyway, back to it.
Back to it.
You do hear Celine's conversation with the stars, and she is having a conversation even while she's weaving her little gift. As you do so, and as you're going, and as you're listening, you notice that there becomes a point where there's a lull in the conversation that's happening. And I want Celine to go ahead and roll me that wisdom saving throw.
Oh God, he's always hurt. All right, Wolfenite. Or not Wolfenite, but wisdom. Okay, cool.
I'm glad that Wolfenite now stands for them.
Oh, I natted it, but that could be a bad thing in this case.
Oh, I'm sorry that I have cursed thee.
So it's not necessarily too bad. Although, the night you remember Wolfenite doing something heroic. You're not sure what it was though. And you do remember something about a bad guy, but you don't remember why he was a bad guy or what really happened. It's kind of odd. Tonight's been weird. You have the sense of, yes, we triumphed. We beat a we beat a bad guy. You remember
man.
Wolfenite hitting somebody. The rest of it's kind of a blur.
Oh, this is gonna hurt in the morning. This is gonna hurt. All right, cool. I got it. Thank you.
But you do know that you're weaving something very nice for him.
Yeah.
Ouch. Yeah. I love getting the fuck. And it's voluntary.
Oh yeah, no. I love stuff like this.
But anyway,
do I have to roll a con check for staying up all
you
night?
do. You
Caffeine.
do have advantage because you are hyped up on 3 fucking cups of coffee.
I'll take the 20 that I rolled naturally.
Yeah. Well.
I get so high on these ones.
Yep. You're totally fine. Who was in the room with Von Ram and Serial? That's
Matthew.
you, isn't it, Jay?
No, I'm with
Jay's with me.
No,
Okay.
I went with Von Ram.
Yeah, it's just Jay and I.
Oh, right. As Von Ram's taking off his armor, and he looks at you. Well, lad, you got in your first real tavern brawl, and you gave it such a scrap. That was great. Sorry I kind of took over, but I ain't been in a proper scrap in a while. It was nice and fun. Yeah, I knew if you hit him, he must be doing something, so I kind of jumped in there without, worry about the details later. You gotta hit first and hit hard.
Thanks, Von Ram. I wasn't really expecting any backup. I was, worst case scenario, just gonna keep going.
Oh no, you'd have gotten the stuffing tossed out of you. You should have seen the other 3. Rattlegast grabbed this one and talked him down, whereas Serial just broke this other one's head open with his shield. It's great. Right, Serial? Serial just kind of nods. It was good. It's fucking great. That's what it was. Anyway, wait, in a tavern brawl, and he actually walks up to you, and he tries to put his hand on your shoulder, but there's a height difference, so it's the middle of your back slapping you as hard as you can, which does knock you forward a bit, because he is a very strong dwarf. Just remember, in a tavern brawl, when you hit the first guy, if you don't go down, you have to pick up the chair and hit him with that.
I will next time. That was definitely a lot more fun than the most fun I've had in a bar.
Oh yeah, it's great fun. The only trouble is that every once in a while the wusses among them, the girly little hurt me. they go and call the city guard on you, and that sucks. Cause then you like have to fight the guard, and it's a whole thing.
Because fighting the guard is the first instinct. Yes, yes.
It's definitely Von Ram's first instinct. Well, I mean, you don't want to kill the guard because they're just doing their jobs, but you definitely gotta knock a few teeth loose, and then they'll leave you alone.
Oh my god.
So accurate. So accurate.
Oh my god.
That was one of the reasons that me and the Order didn't quite get on. Was like I believed in that, anyone who faced an enemy. Well, enemies need to be put down, but they're only humans. It's not like they're the eternal enemy that needs to die and be burned in holy thunder. No, they're just humies, and they need to just be knocked upside the head every now and then, just to be reminded.
Realize we don't have a handout for Von Ram.
You do not have a handout for him. You do have
Just
a
think
picture for him.
dwarf, just dwarf paladin. Just put those two images in your head, and you have Von Ram.
Boom! Von Ram.
Whoa.
Oh, it's way up there. It's like,
He large.
oh damn. Okay.
That's Von Ram.
Oh
yes,
my god.
This is a stock photo of a random dwarf paladin. Not my art. I don't claim it. It's just the first art I could find on the internet.
Insert.
Yeah, pretty much. But anyway.
And it's gone.
But that's what Von Ram looks like. And again, he's very big and burly for, just he's a dwarf. Anyway. As you guys, after that, he kind of, shrugs out of his stuff. I believe the Thunderous Oath is in magic. Because he did tell you a bit about his paladin order. So you would know something about it. Let me double check here because it matters to me. Where are you? Lost them. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Oath of Thunder. Page 142. Which, by the way, I highly recommend Deep Magic, but DMs beware, the spells need to be a little adjusted. You do know that, his tenets are very interesting. His tenets, as he's told you before, because you've been traveling together for a while, composure is my shield, his deeds are his armor, and he's not easily provoked. But there is a clause that says, if someone were to insult or harm my companions, I shall show them the error of their ways. He seems to interpret this very interestingly. Crush the abomination. Twisted creatures from beyond the world have no place in it. Aberrations and fiends will feel my blade and know death. He is constantly referred to these guys as the eternal enemy. Decisiveness in battle. When the time for words has passed, I will strike first to bring swift end to my enemies. Duty above all. Though I drink with the gods and laugh with the Valkyrie, I will stand my watch. I will defend my nation. I will defend my companions. You have a feeling that applied to you in this situation tonight.
Okay.
Humility in life. I am the Thunder's servant, not its master. I will live without excess, assured in my own strength, without ostentation. Charity and courage are twins. Voice like thunder. My voice rings clear and true in defense of those who cannot speak for themselves. I will speak the truth because such words echo through the ages. So these are his tenets, and these are his oaths that he has sworn as a paladin. And you imagine there is some thunder deity somewhere that has set forth these oaths. because I like the way old school D&D does paladin stuff.
Yeah.
The only other thing of note is Rattlegast, as you are watching Celine, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Perception.
Would I hear Celine, like, talking through the open window?
Yes.
Okay.
Can't imagine you wouldn't.
I know, I am not like... I'm like, is she quiet? Or-
No, if the window's open, you're definitely hearing it. Rattlegast is actively listening to it.
Oh, okay, cool. No, I'm just, like, laying in bed and just, like, listening.
Um,
Half listen.
excuse me. Rattlegast,
Yes.
you see that some of the cult have actually taken up a house that's just opposite of the inn. They have actually seemed to have taken the space and are staying in there. Their wagons are out front. You do notice a small figure is looking in the window of one of the house's windows on the lower floor. They're trying to be sneaky, but they're not expecting anyone to observe them from this side. It's definitely, their focus is on the inside of the occupants, and so they're definitely keeping an eye out. And they're a very small figure, a child, halfling, goblin, could be any number of races. They're a little smaller than Von Ram, so you don't think it's a dwarf.
I would gesture over at Jay. Jay, would you come over here to the window? I
get up. Again, not like how, normal people get up like goddamn vampire. Head over to the window. Wow, what is it?
Some incredible core muscles you have there. Do you see that little thing climbing up towards the window? Does that look like a gnome to you?
I don't have dark vision. Can I see this figure?
Roll a perception check with disadvantage.
Thank you for letting me roll at the very least.
Well, with Rattlegast pointing it out and the fact that the windows are lit, so there's a chance you can see something. It's not much of one, but there's a chance. With a 19, yeah. You see this this smaller shadow among shadows as it darts past a window.
Does it look like a gnome?
It could be a gnome. Could also be a goblin, a child, or a halfling. Although it's a little tall for a halfling. It'd be a fairly tall halfling.
Then it's probably not a goblin either.
True.
Goblins sit about 3 feet.
Yeah, goblins and halflings are about equal.
Probably a gnome, a child, a really leanly built dwarf. Why?
Do you remember the gnome that was in the bar this evening?
Yes.
I sort of figure that's it. Their attention was focused. I couldn't tell on what, but I think maybe they're trying to find something out about the dragon cult.
Do you want to go investigate?
Well, I would surely hate for someone to kill some of the dragon cult and for us to not be a part of it.
Cheers to that. Do you want to get some of the others or just head out on our own?
That is a good question.
Stealth seems to be your forte, and I'm okay at that. Thanks. Wolfenite and Cereal really aren't the quiet type, neither is Spear.
No, not at all.
Fear, if you're watching this, sorry.
I'm not.
You big old slow turtle, and you're not even like Oogway who can master chi themselves.
Well, I think we can handle it on our own.
Let's sure hope so.
So are you guys going to sneak out the window, or are you guys going to go down and leave through the front door?
I'm gonna start sneaking out of the window.
Roll a stealth check and an acrobatics check, please.
Okay.
So where is this person, the shadowy figure we saw?
So you guys are about here, and the place where the cult is staying seems to be here. It is a 2-story building, and the figure...
I do not see a map. I only see the world map.
Yeah, you're not going to see a map. This is theater of the mind.
Oh, no, I didn't see the pings, is what I meant.
I'm doing it with my hands on my camera.
Oh, I only have one screen, you fantastic motherfucker.
Turn around and look at Matt's screen. I know you're in the same fucking house.
Alright. Go, I can watch you.
Alright, so you guys are about here, and the place is about here with the street in the middle, as well as the stables kind of almost touching you. The front door is actually like over here.
Okay.
You saw the figure. This is a 2-story building, and you saw the figure on the ground floor running past one of the lit windows towards the back.
Is this a 2- or 3-story building that we are in?
It is a 2-story building.
How far is the jump? Like, if I were to get on the roof, could I jump from one roof to another?
No. The jump, it is wide enough to encompass the road and the stables, so it's a good 50, 60 feet.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like maybe like a 10 or 15 foot jump.
No.
No. Okay, I'll climb out the window.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check and a stealth check.
I will roll my acrobatics first because that can completely negate the stealth check.
This is true, it can.
I do not have disadvantage on these.
No,
I almost rolled with that. We got the same acrobatics there.
Yep, the two of you were able to sneak out the window just fine and crawl down.
I might notice the stealth check.
I will say that because you were doing your tasks, that your passive is all you're gonna get.
Yeah, that would still get it.
Yeah, so you do hear something.
Wait,
Like-
we hear something? Or
Celine, because
Yeah,
she's
Celine.
outside.
Celine hears something.
If you're able to hear me, it goes
or
the
are
other
you
way.
doing the
Am I?
You know how the rules are actually written on stealth and no one plays by them, and this is so interesting. Sorry to derail.
Yeah,
Yes.
Because the rules are written as instead of doing a group, it has taken the average of the whole group.
even
Not
with the
by-
average, I would still
even with
notice
the
it.
average, her passive perception
Because my
is a
passive
15.
is 15.
Our average is
No, your
So
stealth
it's
between
calc-
acrobatics
it's
would
calcu-
be
so it's
22 divided by 2.
no. It's our stealth averaged. Me
Right.
and
That's what I
Rattle.
mean. Yeah,
So the
it's
29
Oh,
stealth and the
oh,
5 stealth,
I
so
got
it's 34 divided
15.
by 2.
So you would actually pass it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, average is 16.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I got
that was
it.
bad math on my part.
Yeah, I was like, no, we
No,
would
I gotcha.
pass her stealth, but
Yeah, no.
I'm not being I'm not exactly quiet, like just
Sorry.
sliding
I
down
had-
the
Sure, if
wall.
I
that's
had
how you want to
already-
roll it.
I had already done that math, but I had done bad math. Because I mixed up Rattlegast's stealth with his acrobatics. That's my bad. I did bad math there.
I did the same.
I was like, wait, I think we can do this because even if I did shit, Rattlegast did really good.
Yeah, no.
Thank you for that, Rattlegast.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm picturing this as I went down first, and then I kind of like look up at Jay as he's coming down with just like such a disappointed look, like like you just said that you were kind of quiet, and he's just like,
Knocks chair out
Fucking-
over on the way down.
He like gets out and he like hits one of the shingles and it starts sliding and you catch it and like set it down gently. Just and you're
Look out
like
very
holding
quietly.
the shingles as he's walking across them, so they're
Oh,
not
that's-
making
I look-
noise.
I looked down at Rattlegast. I said I could try. At least I didn't fall. I'm always imagining is like Fearhay or like Serial trying to do this. Okay, Serial might be able to actually crawl out the window, even with his armor.
But anyway,
Anyways.
as you guys get down to the ground, you guys are able to rush across the street relatively stealthily. As you get inside and as you get towards the house where the cultists are staying, go ahead and roll another stealth check. And perception check. Jay, you will have disadvantage on this. Perception.
The perception?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't, though.
Yeah. Don't roll a nat one, fucking.
You're welcome.
Wow, Jay, you are shit at these.
I'm rolling shit at these. I rolled a 3. I rolled better than my last one. At least I'm not climbing this time.
Oh, man.
And a perception check at disadvantage?
Yes.
Very perceptive.
So as you guys, thankfully, Rattlegast seems to be looking around. Jay, since you caught them the first time, you're able to kind of point towards where the figure was last seen. And you guys are extremely quiet because you're following in Rattlegast's footsteps, so you're not creating any more sound as you're traveling.
Like I'm following in his foot, like
Oh,
in
yeah,
the
yeah,
rhythm
yeah.
of his footsteps.
If the two of you were walking in snow, you would be placing your feet exactly in his.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you
I have the dex and speed to do that.
Yeah. So as you guys continue on your path, you get around to the back and you notice that there is one of the carts. There's actually two of the carts because the carts are kind of lined up along the sides and the back. You do notice that there is one guard who it seems to be kind of asleep at his post. He's kind of leaning against the cart and he can't seem to breathe through his nose. He might have a deviated septum. But he's asleep. Jay, you don't see the figure anymore.
Did I see which direction they were headed?
No, because you lost them as they curved around to the back of the building. And you were
they're up on the.
And you were following their path to the back.
So we're at the back of the building now?
Yes.
Okay. Were they like on top of the building, or were they?
No, they
on
were
the ground.
they were on the ground floor, just peeking in the windows.
Okay.
And they ran around the back, and you guys kind of lost track of them.
I'm gonna turn around to Jay and then try and sneak past the guard.
Okay. Both of you can roll me another stealth check.
Again,
Ninja
thank you
like
for rolling.
rolls.
Fucking Rattlegast is goddamn
18,
Batman.
19, and 20.
I'm Batman. I am the knight.
Hey, there you go, Jay.
There we
Where
go.
is the mage going?
Where is she? Sorry.
Fucking God, Garrosh, fucking calm your tits. You're not war chief anymore. I know it hurts, but goddamn, calm down.
But I am.
Shut up. Anyway, so you guys do pass by the guard with no trouble. And as you do so, you do come to the end of the alleyway. Because this is starts as a courtyard and then narrows into an alleyway going behind more buildings. And as you tear off down this alleyway, you do notice that there are a couple of windows here that have been smashed open. Nobody's really fixed it. There's boards in like one of them, but like that's about it. The one thing you do notice is that there is a boot print on the wall. Followed by another one that are several feet higher than the ground.
Like, is it they're going into one of the windows or up to the roof?
It's more like they walked up the wall.
But I mean, are they walking into the window or are they walking up to the roof?
You don't see a window that they could walk into.
Is that like a wall that it is like is that an interior wall or an exterior wall?
It's an exterior wall.
Okay, so like the other side of the wall is outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're looking at it and they just like seemingly walked up the wall.
Yeah, you're in the alleyway, and as you turn a corner, on one of the walls in the alleyway, there's boot prints going up.
How many stories?
This particular building is only one story. But it is about it is a fairly high story.
And we don't see anything on the ceiling, I assume.
There's no ceiling to see. You're outside.
We're outside.
The boot prints
we're
are
in
on
an
the
alleyway
wall.
Oh, I understand. Okay, next to the wall, I'm gonna kind of look around and maybe feel around if there's anything, like anything to press, anything to pull on.
Roll an investigation check.
Investigation.
You do not find anything like that.
I look at Rattlegus. Do you need a boost up to the roof?
I just look at him and then I don't know if I want to go on the roof or not.
It's up to you guys.
Was there shingles on this building, on the roof of this building?
No, not on this one. This one has a flat roof. Hey, Matt, your glasses are very reflective.
I know, they bug me.
They're keeping the light out of your eyes. That's why it's a reflection.
Yeah, I know. They're not even sunglasses, but they do it.
I'm gonna try and do like a wall run jump up to the roof.
Go ahead and roll me acrobatics there.
Okay.
Yeah, you're able to get like a couple of kip ups, and you're not quite as graceful as someone like, say, Jay would be at doing this in the future, but you do.
No, he has more actually to that than I do.
Yeah, but monks actually get the ability to just run up fucking walls.
Later on, yeah.
Yeah, fucking so fucking broken.
I'm not quite
not
there yet.
broken, doing the bare minimum.
Shut up.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, fucking, you're able to get a kip up and grab on and pull yourself up. It's been a while since you've done shit like this, though. You're not the young orc you used to be.
Keep saying that.
You pick the old character, not me.
Can I make an acrobatics check to get up to the roof too?
Yeah, go ahead, definitely. Oh yeah, with these, you Jackie Chan it, wait, wah, and like landed next to Rattlegast.
like Rattlegast, do we see any figures on this roof? Like
No,
a quick glance,
you do not.
Rattlegast.
You do
Do
not.
we see anyone on the roof line?
You do not.
Ah.
Is there any footprints?
Roll an investigation check. Jay, you would have disadvantage if you wanted to roll one because there's no light to see.
Yeah, I will try at the very least.
All right.
Never said I'd be good at 12.
What you both see is
I
that
mean, it could be worse.
what you do see is that there are one set of muddy prints, like a little bit in front of you, Rattlegast. But then there's no more muddy prints at all.
Hmm.
And the prints actually stop and stay and then don't move beyond that point.
I wonder if maybe there's a latch to go down somewhere.
Jay, you look around and you can't find any prints either. You do see those prints, but you can't find any other prints. Rattlegast, roll me a wisdom check for this one.
Can I roll an Arcana check?
Sure.
It might.
Never mind. Now.
Oh, that's a disadvantage. Sorry, 17.
That's fine. What were you thinking?
That it might be like invisibility or something.
Invisibility.
Like they're still standing there.
So, you do know a way to test that.
Yeah, I just poke my cane roughly in that area.
Boom. And as you do, no resistance. It goes through. But also, invisibility wouldn't necessarily get rid of your footfalls.
I know, that's why I thought they were still, like, standing there, like,
Yeah.
trying to be invisible and be like, I don't exist, what are you talking about?
I'll let you roll a wisdom check, though, since you already ruled out the magical route, kind of.
Okay, well, the obvious magical route.
True.
A wisdom check.
Yeah.
No. I rolled a 2!
There's a couple of ways to get rid of mud off shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
it could be any number of those methods, or, who knows. I mean, Rattlegast did mention that there may be a hatch or something, which, could be.
Do you want to
Do
head
I-
back before we get noticed too much more?
Rattlegast, you're confident no one's noticed you ever.
I'm not worried about that, but I am worried if this gnome gets in over their head. They seemed a bit foolhardy, maybe.
Lead the way, then.
Do I see anything that opens up here?
You do not with that investigation check. It is just a normal roof.
Hmm. Do we hear anything going on inside?
Roll a perception check.
Not at disadvantage! Yay!
Nice.
You do not actually. Way to twin it up.
Right.
No, you do not hear anything going on inside. It seems to be all quiet. You do know, however, that this was the window that was broken out, but boarded up.
Wait,
So
we're on the
We
roof.
just- Yeah, we're on a roof.
Yeah, you're on a roof, but in that alleyway, remember I said that some windows were smashed out.
Okay.
One of them was boarded back up, like somebody tried to slap patch it. You're on the roof of that particular building, so someone does live here, or at least is here often enough that they don't want a broken window. but you don't hear anything. It is dead of night.
Yes. Maybe it's best we retire. I don't really see any way forward here.
We could try one thing. We could tap the roof where the footprints end to see if there's anything that moves. If not, we can head back.
Okay.
With my cane, not like really hard, but like, you know, like where you like tap like a cane on the ground and like if there's something loose, it would rattle.
Yeah.
Like
So go ahead and roll an investigation
trapdoor.
check.
Roll investigation?
Yep.
Not at disadvantage?
Nope. You do not find anything like that, and you do like a 5x5 square, so it's not like you don't
like,
try.
Let's head back. I don't think we're gonna get anywhere here. Hopefully that gnome's okay by morning.
Yeah. Head back.
So you guys are going back through the window?
No, I'm gonna go back to the front door.
All right, fair enough.
I chuckle a bit. I go back through the window.
All right, Rattleghast, roll me a stealth check and a acrobatics. And Jay, you walk through the front door, and you notice that the barkeep is the same guy, and he like kind of looks at you like as he's like cleaning up, and he's like,
I just like make eye contact through the mask and say nothing as I walk back up the stairs.
He just kind of shrugs and goes back to cleaning.
Like I don't say anything. I just make eye contact. Like we just look at each other and I just walk back upstairs.
So Celine, as you're weaving this pretty gift, you hear, as you look down at it from the top of the carriage and you see Rattleghast has landed against the wheel.
Grandfather?
Oh, Celine! Oh, my back!
Oh, grandfather! And she hops off and like helps you up, very, very gently and kind, and with all the care she can muster. You shouldn't be sneaking around in the dark. What's wrong?
Looking up at the stars. They were just so nice tonight.
They
roll
were.
a fucking deception check. Celine, roll an insight.
No need. No need, because Celine will believe it regardless because it's Rattleghast. That's the funny part.
I'll still roll it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, succeed. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, but grandfather, when looking at the stars, you should take proper precautions, because I've walked into things like people and dinner and, yeah.
Not if they're beautiful enough. I was just mesmerized,
No, I haven't walked into anything that... Oh, you meant the stars? And she looks completely flustered, and clearly today's conversation leaning towards that subject has flustered her.
God damn it. Wait a minute. What today's conversation?
Well, I remember parts, right?
You remember the actions. You do not remember conversation.
I was assuming I was remembering dirty conversation, but if I don't, then never mind. We'll backtrack.
What? You cut off.
She is kind of flustered for some reason. But, yeah, no.
Sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, how
Yeah,
much
no
I
worries.
forgot.
And then I say, okay, I'm going to go to bed now. And then I climb up through the window.
Through the window?
All right.
You want me to roll?
Roll an acrobatics check.
Oh, shit.
It is not graceful. It is a struggle. You are clearly struggling here. Your age is showing, Rattleghast.
Oh, my
As
God.
you pull yourself through the window.
Whatever!
I come in. Do I come in like right as Rattleghast like falls through the front window?
As he finally manages to...
And I'm like sweating and holding my back.
Can I roll a medicine check to do like be as my background and my
Yeah, go ahead, roll.
As-
and like do a couple of points on the back, be like that.
As you approach me, genuine daggers are staring out of my eyes at you.
It's just a couple of points to help the pain go away. Hands up.
Touch me, and I'll stab you.
I mean, they should
As
have asked Jay.
and then I limp to my bed.
Understood. And I lay down.
You can roll a medicine check though, Jay.
All right.
Celine just gives a slight head tilt. Good night.
From the room. Good night, Celine.
Good night, Celine.
You know that the most injury here is probably his pride.
Wow. Very true, but wow.
Look here! You over fucking had a full-blown conversation about possible bestiality and bondage bestiality. I want to fucking hear it!
It's revenge. How
It's funny that
petty.
you're yelling at him for it when I'm the one who started that shit.
Sadly, I expect that kind of crap from you, Kelly.
What? I'm not that bad.
Not for me.
No, I know you do it.
What is that?
So Celine's gonna just like kind of look back up the window and then go back to stitching her product. They're such good people and they wouldn't ever trick me.
I hope to Christ when these are actually seen by actual real people who comment, that they fucking comment about that particular quote. Oh my god. That's fucking gold.
Other than that, they want to see the failed drawing.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's smudged.
Someone on that.
Yeah, if I could draw, this Celine would be great, but I can't.
Yeah.
So I guess we're staying up all night then, huh?
Yes, you are.
So you know what I'm doing in the morning, so I'll let anybody else do whatever they need to do.
At this point, though, I am going to kind of close it down a little early, just because we have another day in town, and I do want White and Mason to be able to be here for that.
Oh, could I at least do the morning thing then?
Yes, we can do that. So
Okay, cool.
as you all wake up in the morning, everyone can see you, Eric.
Early morning, Celine is gonna wake up Wolfenite.
Yep. So, Wolfenite, you hear on the door, a light series of knock, 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 knock.
It starts off light, and then it becomes more and more insistent.
Von Ram is just snoring.
So it starts off, and then it becomes...
And
Louder
then you
and
hear
louder.
Okay, I'll get up.
Yeah.
I'll shuffle
Would me and
over.
Rattlegast hear this from like across the way?
Once it gets really loud, yeah, you both hear it and you both wake up.
So, Wolfenite, you're opening the door, I left?
Yeah.
So as you open the door, you see Harames, no like effort put into like early morning bathing. As Celine's just grinning ear to ear, there's a cup of coffee in one of her hands. As she pushes an item towards you, like
feel like
into
she's
your
opening
chest,
the
just as
door.
happy as can be.
She's opening the door all the way with her body. Okay. What is she handing me?
So you
What is
have a knit owlbear in your hands now.
Oh.
And the knit owlbear seems to be just really happy. And you notice a little, like, almost word bubble knitted into it.
God no.
And the word bubble says, "Thank you for fraying me."
Aw,
Celine doesn't
okay.
remember the details, but this is how I'm going to roleplay that.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, she just hands it to you and she goes, "Wolfenite, thank you for being a hero."
Aw. Oh my god, it's adorable. This is gonna stay in the cart forever.
Aw, I hope so. Because we're going to be friends forever, right?
Yes.
And she smiles, and you see her yawn, take another drink of the coffee, and kind of rub her eyes. And, you know, everything's going to be okay. There's no reason to hit people anymore. Because I do remember the fight.
Yes.
Yeah, she,
Not what caused it, but you do remember the fight.
Yeah. And all I knew is I wanted to make an owlbear.
Yep. That's where we will end tonight's session. I want to thank all of you so much for watching. I do have a couple more announcements before we officially head out. First things first, I again want to remind you guys to go and support the Bearded Bard over at Tri-Peak Goods. He's a very great guy and is trying his best to provide for his family, and this is the best way to do it. And I always love supporting small businesses. I am definitely a firm believer in the mom and pop over the major corporations, though corporations do serve their purpose and serve it well. But anytime I can support a mom and pop shop, I definitely will. I actually have a plan to get one or two of these beautiful handcrafted beard combs in the future. Definitely going to get one for a couple of friends of mine. But, money and birthdays have to come around first. But anyway, guys, just one more time, the Etsy shop is on the page. It is Tri-Peak Goods at Etsy.com. Etsy.com/shop/Tri-Peak Goods. Anyway, go. There's tons of stuff on there. Stuff for everyone to enjoy. Kids, adults, whatever. And that egg and those stackable egg crates actually do look fairly interesting. And I like the way that they make the eggs look. I don't know. Maybe I'm weird.
That's kind of cute.
But
I like the wine glass, actually.
Yeah, the wine glass is kind of neat, isn't it? But in other fun D&D news, for those of you who are on YouTube and subscribe to Dingo Doodles, she did update another episode of her amazing D&D story from Fool's Gold. I watched it before this stream, and it is fucking fantastic. I love Dingo and all her content. She's awesome. And of course, the new episode of Hell of a Boss dropped 3 days ago. I have been binge watching it a lot. But, I'm a huge fan of Vidsy and her amazing creations. The next one I have to do because, in all honesty, they've been a great tool and a great resource. And as good as Roll20 is, the next time I'm going to run a campaign, I am definitely going to use the amazing add-on that they have built into Twitch. So the next campaign that I'm going to run on this particular time slot will be another of the books. And so I will be using the D&D Beyond Twitch extension, and so you guys can see it in real time. It'll make things a lot smoother, a lot easier. But anyway, so I'm going to plug because I believe in good products, and I always support quality products, even if nobody's paying me. First of all, Candlekeep Mysteries. For those of you who didn't pre-order it, it is now live. It is $29.99. I own it. It is fantastic. I've already been looking at it and looking at some of these mysteries. You can run them as one-shots. You can run them as part of a campaign. 17 self-contained mystery stories you can run as a whole campaign. It takes you it's for any players anywhere from 1 to 16. Just go get it. It's a amazing tool. 17 stories. That might as well be a whole campaign, really. With enough adventures. And then, of course, the pre-order for Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft is live on D&D Beyond. As a huge D&D fan, and as someone who actually read and played through part of the original Ravenloft experience when it first came out, I'm super stoked. I can't wait. It's going to add 2 new subclasses, the College of Spirits and the official Undead Pact of the Warlock.
What about the races? Those look fun now. Dampier and all the other stuff that they're testing right now.
Yeah, the Dampier, the Hexblood, and the Reborn. Those character
Those
lineages
are
gonna be
neat.
pretty
The
interesting.
Fey ones are better.
But there's tons of stuff for Dungeon Masters, so for those of you who want to run a more horror-themed campaign...
I wouldn't know anybody.
Yeah, right. Fucking Call of
Nobody.
Cthulhu DM down there.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, I think it would be fantastic for you to go and get this. Again, it's $29.99. And for those of you who got a stimulus check, I mean, you know, if once you pay all your bills, fun money is fun money. I know for me, I got that money and it was gone.
I mean, I know what I'm spending my money on. There's so many things you could do with owlbears I just found out about.
Yeah, there are.
My God.
I'm just gonna see if I can try to get a bigger apartment.
I mean, hey, why not?
A down deposit is hard to get.
You're not even lying. I am very glad I don't live in an apartment no more. I mean, shit, the apartment me and David lived in, man, that was a fucking... That was bad.
It was okay for 2 people.
Thanks, David. Not like I don't already feel self-conscious about that.
No! Oh my gosh.
Thanks, David. Appreciate
It wasn't you. It was the fact that we had 3 people. If it was you and me, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that and the rent was fucking outrageous.
Yes, and they left holes in our walls for exorbitant amount of time. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, like the one I'm currently staying at that still has holes in the wall?
Yeah. Kind of
Yes, like that.
Yeah,
but
at
anyway...
least the one in my shower got patched up.
Finally.
Yeah, don't know how much mold there is in there, but there's probably mold.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That's
Especially
their
in
problem,
Tahoe.
though, not mine.
True. But anyway, guys and gals, just stay safe, stay strong. We'll get through this. An end is in sight. And for those of you who haven't filed your taxes yet, make sure you look at the new tax breaks that you just got, and they do apply. You know, saving money is always good, especially in today's
Wait,
world.
we got tax breaks that I just filed already? God damn it.
What?
Yeah, if you claimed unemployment last year, the first $10,200 is tax-free.
What?
If you have already filed your taxes, the IRS will be issuing a way to claim the benefit in a little while.
Cool, I'll keep up on that because, yeah, that was... I didn't know that was... Anyway, we'll deal with that.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. That was part of the bill Biden passed. I mean, well, thank God. Thank God something was
So, yeah,
useful
we'll
in
have to
that.
figure out how to file that.
No worries.
Because that's thousands of dollars in my case.
Yeah, it is more than... It is almost the entirety of what I claimed in unemployment benefits last year. I only got a little over 12,000 in benefits since when we closed shop. But anyway, guys, so just do keep that in mind. Saving money is always a good thing, especially in today's world. You never know when you're going to need something. But anyway, enough with the real world. We're going to do our quick sign off. I do have one other announcement. There will not be a Seas of Odari session next week on the 24th. I have some family matters to attend to before I go on vacation. So I'm going to take that day to do it because I still have to work. And then I go on vacation on the 31st, so there will be no streams for the week of the 31st to the 7th. There may or may not be a stream on the 7th, which is a Wednesday, which would be a Seas of Odari session. It depends on how some plans fall into place, and depends on how I feel after traveling. But since I'm getting back early in the morning, maybe not. I haven't decided yet. Just depends on how I feel. But, you know, I want to kind of give you guys hope. There will be a session this Saturday at 8 a.m., going from 8 to 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And it will be the next Game of Thrones session. Hopefully all my players can make it. We are down one player. I honestly don't know if I'm going to look for a replacement or if I'm just going to fill it with a narrator character. So, you know, if I can find someone who's interested in joining on a Saturday morning game, then, you know, I will. But if not, then I'm not worried about it. I can run the game with 3 people. In fact, a smaller group is better. But, you know, it was 4
Oh, you
people to begin
bastard.
with. What?
I really like Game of Thrones, as you know. I could bring Hyena back. I really liked her.
Saturday at 8 a.m., 8 to 11, but you're already in too
God.
much,
Yeah, I'm already in too much.
according to you. So that's why I
No,
haven't
that
asked
is 100% correct. Anyway.
But and then so once I get back on the 7th from visiting my brother David over there, we will be back to our normal streaming schedule. I want to thank you all so much for watching. You have been amazing. The support you've shown for my videos, because I have been seeing they have been getting views. No comments yet, but that's okay. If you liked it, hey, give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, well, give it a thumbs down. I mean, I take constructive criticism. I realize I'm not the best DM in the world, but I like to try and keep things fun for my players, and I think for the most part they don't hate me. So I mean, yay me.
That was self-judgmental.
Yeah, well, we are our own worst enemies. But
We are our harshest critic.
I have a fantastic cast of characters here, and they did some amazing role play tonight, and I'm super excited to see more. I definitely love seeing my players role play with each other and develop as characters. It's fucking great. Anyway, so we'll do the introductions opposite of the way, or the outs as we did the opposite of the way we did the intros. So immediately to my right is Mr. Matt, who plays our Earth Genasi Wildfire Druid Wolfenstein.
Hello. Have a good night, everyone.
Immediately below him is the ever lovely Callie Cat, playing Celine the Stargazer, our Warlock Cleric Hybrid.
Hello there, everybody. I just want you to know that you should protect the owlbears.
Only you can prevent owlbears.
Only you
Hold
can
on,
prevent
hold on,
owlbears
let me
and
try that
cages.
as Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires and owlbear fires.
Apparently, Blaze has now decided to set owlbears on fire. That's a thing now.
Undead flaming owlbears.
Yep. Immediately to Callie's left is our Way of Mercy monk, Mr. J, who is a human, if he ever takes off his mask.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Character development, maybe.
You can kind of spot him in Matt's camera throughout the night.
Yeah, hi. I've been hiding over here. I usually have a camera, but I'm hanging out with this one today.
Yep.
Night, everyone.
And then last but certainly not least, we have my brother David playing our elderly half.
I'm not old. These wrinkles are from over sun exposure.
And hitting
I'm as young as I've ever been. I don't know what you're talking about.
Now, where's my Zoom back?
Why do you play an old person so well, though?
I
Why?
do really enjoy it. Rattlegas and Celine has been an interesting combat.
It has been a delight.
There's lots of like behind the scenes character development stuff that I'm really enjoying thinking about.
Yeah.
For Rattlegast with that dynamic. I'm so excited for like some stuff that will probably happen in the future.
Oh yeah, most
We need to have a
Super-
one-off where it's just all old people.
That would be awesome. Like an old
Forrest!
folks home
We're
RP.
at the door again.
They've come to collect our souls.
Oh
We
man. And we do have two people who are missing, unfortunately. Mr. Mason, who normally plays our Rune Knight Wood Elf, Serial. He does have to prepare for an animation final because he is taking animation at a college level. So we wish him all the best of luck here at Tyranny of Dragons. And we hope he gets an A because we know how hard he works. And then, of course, Mr. Whitehill, who also has college classes in the morning, although I think he's taking languages. Like, he's taking, 3 languages. I know he's taking, Russian, German, and another one.
Yep.
But yeah, he's trying to be a linguist, damn it!
I speak cat and dirty languages.
Yeah. Anyway.
We know.
Owlbear.
She is quickly.
Particularly owlbear.
But he plays our Tortle Death Domain Cleric, Mr. Fear. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. I have been your Master of Dungeons, Dr. John Wolfenstein, and I cannot wait to share more of these amazing adventures with you. And we will see you next time on Tyranny of Dragons. Bye-bye!
Bye.